Hello. Before you start this practice, I would recommend that you sit in child's pose for 3 to 5 minutes or however long you need it. So your big toes are touching, your knees are spread wide, and you're just melting down in child's pose just to kind of clear your mind and get ready for this practice. I'm not going to include that just so that we can save time and get rolling with the flow. So here we go. So let's actually start in child's pose. So if you are ready, I want you to join me. So we're going to push into our hands and push up into a tabletop position. So we want the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. I want you to spread your fingers wide and push away from the ground so that you feel your back expanding. Draw your navel towards your spine and then slightly up towards the heart. And don't forget to breathe. Always remember to breathe. Keeping the arms strong. Engaging the core. Take one more breath. So we're going to warm up the wrists. So I want you to lean forward slightly and back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Remember, we're doing this with the breath, so it's a slow movement. And when you get forward, I want you to hold it for a couple of seconds so you feel that good stretch. Come back to neutral tabletop. Checking in with your alignment, making sure the wrists are still under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. We're pushing away from the ground. On an inhale, I want you to reach your right arm up to the sky. Open your heart. And then exhale, thread it underneath the left hand. So the left hand, you can spider up on your fingertips and push yourself deeper into the stretch. Or if you'd like to come with me, you can reach that left arm around the back and try and get a bind. So we're just trying to grab on to that right thigh. Continue to breathe, slow, deep inhales and exhales. We're just warming the back up right now. On the next inhale, I want you to place that left hand back on the ground and inhale the right arm up and stretch and place it back down on the ground. Inhale the left arm up, open the heart, and exhale, thread it underneath the left. So we're resting the ear and the cheek on the ground. I should have cued that before. So again, you can
spider up on your fingertips and push yourself deeper into this stretch if that's what you need, or into the twist. Or you can reach around your back and grab a hold of your thigh. You can look forward, or if you'd like to close your eyes and just try to draw your mind inside of your body. On the next inhale, replace that right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. Open the heart. And place it back down on the ground. So I want you to we're going to do cat-cow. We'll do that for a couple. And then I want you to do a barrel roll. So let's first do the cat-cow. So inhale, cow. So round the belly. Inhale and exhale, cat. Arch your back up as high as you can go. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, round the belly. Exhale, cat. Now again, remember that you're doing this with the breath. So it's a slow motion. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. And squeeze all the air out of your stomach. And come back to neutral. So now I want you to kind of do a barrel roll. So we're going to inhale and drop the belly, circle around, and exhale when you're at the top. So inhale down, and exhale up. Just circling the belly. We're warming up the spine. One more time. And reverse it. So go the opposite direction of however you were going before. Inhale, round. Exhale, arch the back up. Go at your own pace. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And come back to neutral tabletop. Okay, so we're going to kind of fire everything up really quick right now. So I want you to come down onto your forearms and then step back into a forearm plank. So even with this, I want you to suction cup and push away from the ground with your hands and your forearms so that you still feel your back widening, drawing that navel up towards the spine. So you almost have a little bit of an arch. You want to draw the rib cage and the hip points together. So you're making that area really, really small and tight. And don't forget to breathe. Always breathe. On the next inhale, I'm going to have you tiptoe up to dolphin pose. If you can hear that funky noise, that is my toes on the mat. I promise. And then exhale, tiptoe back to forearm plank. Inhale up. And hold. Exhale back. Inhale up. And exhale back. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale back. And hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and melt the knees down and push back into child's pose. So with this child's pose, I want you to kind of, again, spider up on your fingertips and pull your arms with your fingertips. You can just stretch your arms out, because that was a really good arm and shoulder move we just did. Try and relax. Slow the breath down. Slow the heart racing. Take one more deep inhale. Open the mouth and let it go. Inhale and come back into your forearm plank. So this time, check in with your alignment. We still want to be pushing away from the ground with our hands and our forearms. And we're going to do dips. So dip to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. You want to make this movement coming straight from the core. So the core is controlling this movement. Drawing the navel to the spine. Don't forget to breathe. If you're like me, you're shaking like crazy. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last time. Come onto your knees and sit back. Sorry about that little stomach exposure. Sit back on your heels and shake your arms out. Oh, wow. That was a good one. Bring your right arm across the chest and pull it back with the left. Try and close your eyes and just breathe. Switch sides, bring the left arm across the chest. Try and go in your body. Notice the difference. Notice if you have any tight areas, any pain. If you have a spot that is sore when you breathe in,
try to breathe in and focus on that one spot. So you breathe into that spot of pain, and then when you breathe out, you're expelling or dispersing it. So it's just kind of, it's almost like a burst or a sparkler where it just kind of dissipates and then floats away. Okay, roll the shoulders. And reverse. Okay. So now I want you to plant your hands on the ground. Suction cup the hands to the mat and then push yourself back into downward facing dog. So this is our first down dog. We want to warm up and wake up those hamstrings. So you want to pedal it out slowly with the breath. So remember, in down dog, you want to be melting your chest towards your thighs and then reaching your tailbone up to the sky. Now get a really good bend in the knees, melt your chest down, reach that tailbone up, and just sit here for just a couple of breaths. We're going to inhale and look forward, and we'll tiptoe to the top of the mat. So actually, we're going to start out with our feet wide. So we want to bring our feet towards our hands so they're about hip width distance, and then melt your chest down. So you have a really, really good bend in your knees this time, and you're just resting your chest on your upper thighs in a forward fold. So you can stay right here with the fingertips on the ground and sway side to side and front to back. Or if you'd like to come with me, we're going to grab each elbow and sway side to side and front to back. We just want to elongate the spine. This also is helping to stretch out the hamstrings as well. So just let the weight of the arms just pull you down towards the earth. Place the hands back on the earth. We're going to heel toe the feet together. So the big toes are touching and the heels are slightly apart. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So we want to engage the core. We want the shoulders away from the ears, the navel towards the spine. Don't forget to breathe. Try and make your neck and your spine one long line. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. We're going to sweep our arms out to the side and come all the way up into a upward salute. So in upward salute, we want the pinkies slightly turned in. I'll face you. We want to engage our core. So we want, not our core, yes, always engage the core. But we want to engage our thighs. So we want to lift the thighs up off the kneecaps, hugging the muscle to the bone, making sure we have that core engagement. The shoulders are away from the ears. Pinkies are slightly turned in, so the arms are active and strong. And we're breathing, always breathing. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and slowly with control, we're going to lower all the way down onto our stomach. Untuck the toes, and we're going to push up into a baby cobra. So it's actually not pushing up, but it's engaging the back, hugging the thighs together. We're not pushing with our hands at all. They should be able to be lifted up, and it doesn't affect where you are. Don't forget to breathe. Drawing the navel to the spine. Feel the engagement in the lower back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, push up into plank, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come up on the tippy toes, look towards the top of the mat, and tiptoe to the top. Big toes touching, heels are slightly apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up into standing. And exhale, forward fold. Remembering that the whole time we're doing every movement with the breath. So that is a slow motion. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. And we're coming all the way down with control to our bellies one more time. Untuck the toes and push up into cobra. So drawing the navel towards the spine, this helps to protect the lower back. Hugging your thighs together, shoulders away from the ears. Don't forget to breathe. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Tiptoe to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into plank. This time we're going to come to a half plank, so a chaturanga. So you go halfway down. You're going to untuck the toes. Inhale up into upward dog. So if this is too much, you can always go back to one of the cobras, whatever you need to do. Engage that core, shoulders away from the ears, and breathing. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. So downward dog is actually a resting pose. A lot of people don't get that, but once you've done yoga a lot, you actually can feel that it is a resting pose. Your arms are strong, but you're just able to relax into this. And your heels never ever have to be on the ground. Your legs never have to be straight. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever is good for your body. So we'll come and do that one more time. So inhale up on the tippy toes. We'll walk to the top of the mat.
Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your arms all the way up. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage that core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. And you can either go to downward dog or go through a flow. So you're gonna exhale to chaturanga, inhale to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Flatten that back foot. So what we want to do, we're going to come into warrior one. So you want your heel to be in line with the arch of your back left foot. You want the knee over the ankle. So making sure all of those things are in place, we're going to inhale our arms up into warrior one. So our hips are in line with the top of the mat. Our arms are up. Pinkies are slightly turned in. Our shoulders are down on the back. We want the knee tractioning towards the second and third toe. And you want the knee over the ankle or slightly behind it, but not in front of it right now. Don't forget to breathe. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and you can either go to downward dog or go through a flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Flatten that back foot. So remember, heel to arch alignment, knee over ankle. And we're going to inhale up into warrior one again. So hips are in line with the top of the mat. We're not opening the hips up. They're in line with the top of the mat. Pinkies are slightly turned in. I forgot to mention this before, but that back leg, you're hugging the muscle to the bone. So that back leg is super active as well. And we're breathing. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into plank and go to downward dog or go through a flow. Chaturanga into your heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Flatten that back foot again. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. So, face this way. So we want the heel to arch alignment. We want the knee over the ankle. We want to be reaching our fingertips actively in opposite directions. So your arms aren't just sitting here, they're being very active. We're hugging the back leg muscle to the bone, looking out over that middle finger in the front. Breathing. Flip the wrist, inhale, reach, and then exhale, reverse your warrior. So make sure you still have a good bend in that front leg. You can either look at the arm or the hand that's up, or you can look back, whichever is more comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back into plank and either go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener. And exhale, downward dog. I'm gonna flip around real quick so I'm not having my back to you. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Flatten on that back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. So again, we want to make sure that that back leg is hugging the muscle to the bone. The front knee is bent, knee over ankle. Arms are actively reaching in opposite directions. Drawing the navel to the spine too. Inhale, flip the wrist and reach forward. And exhale, reverse your warrior. So again, we have a good bend in that front knee. Back thigh is hugging the muscle to bone. Still drawing the navel to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Step back into plank and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. So, actually, let's come on our knees for just a second. So we're gonna do one breath, one movement with all of that the warrior flow exercise. This is Namaskar B, or the sun salutation B. I love doing this at the very beginning of all my practices because it helps to warm. I mean, it gets everything moving, gets juices flowing and everything. So let's come back into downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, let it go. Do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. All right, here we go. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it, flatten that back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step back into plank and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Flatten that back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step back into plank and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. Remember, this is a resting pose. So if you need to bend your knees really deeply, reaching that tailbone up to the sky, the arms are long and strong. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. We're going to drop that back knee and we're going to lift up into low lunge. So with this low lunge, I want you to move with it. Just kind of ease yourself and pulse down. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. I'm going to drop that back knee, and we're going to inhale up into low lunge again. And I want you to pulse it.
Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that right leg up again. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Dropping that back knee. Keeping the back toes tucked under. We're going to inhale into low lunge for a few seconds, and then lift up into high lunge, and then pulse here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Lower that back knee. Inhale up into low lunge for a couple breaths. And then come up into high lunge and pulse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. We're going to build on top of that. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Drop that back knee. Inhale up into low lunge for a couple breaths. Come up into high lunge for a couple breaths. Now, reach your arms forward at an angle. This is called thunderbolt. So we're going to sit here for a couple breaths. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Lower that back knee. Inhale up, low lunge. Raise up into high lunge. And lean forward into thunderbolt. Still drawing navel to spine. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's build on that again. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, swing it through and plant it. Dropping the back leg. Inhale, low lunge. Inhale up, high lunge. Exhale into thunderbolt. I want you to hop that back leg in just a little bit, and we're going to crunch it up. So bringing the knees to the elbow. So inhale, whoa, exhale, and inhale, crunch, exhale, release, and crunch, release. I think this is 4, and 5. Last time 6,
Thunderbolt. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. Inhaling to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, swing it through, plant it. Lower that back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Inhale up, high lunge. Exhale into thunderbolt. Hop that back foot in. And we're going to crunch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and go or flow. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Actually, let's drop to child's pose for just a second and catch our breath. Maybe it's just me because I've got my temperature up super high right now. Whew, you're supposed to do yoga when you're in a warm area so your muscles stay warm and everything. But holy crap, I'm dying. So just melt your chest down, resting the forehead on the mat. Wrangle that breathing in. Slow it down. Slowing the heart rate. So when I tell you to take a breath in through the nose and then either out the mouth or I say release it, whenever you're opening your mouth and letting it go and you make an audible sound, it helps to release some of the heat from your body. So let's try that a couple of times. So inhale through the nose, exhale the mouth, make a sound, inhale through the nose, let it go. I already feel much cooler. Inhale, push yourself back up into downward facing dog. Okay, to tell you how hot I am right now, whew, I just had some sweat rolling into my mouth. I'm so hot. Okay, let's do some core. We love the core. So inhale that right leg up. Exhale, knee to tricep. Hold it as high as you can. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. See if you can connect. Inhale back. Knee to left tricep. Inhale back. Knee to nose. Inhale back. Knee to right elbow. And go wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, and tricep, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop that leg down in front of you. So that right leg is right in front. I don't know if you can see all that dripping if you're watching me or just listening. I'm dripping all over. So the right leg it doesn't have to be square with the top of the mat. It can be tucked in to the crotch or it can be out just a little bit. Wherever your body needs to be is perfectly fine. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. So the left leg, I want you to look back at the left leg, make sure it's coming straight out of the hip pocket and it's not out and being crazy. If you have a block, this is a great time to use a block. We're going to inhale up, puffing up the chest, stretching out the belly. and exhale down to your depth. So you can either come up, stay up on your elbows, or rest your head and come down to your depth. I loved putting my head on a block or something because I feel like when I do that, I can let the rest of my body just relax into it. Right now, we're not engaging the core, we're just letting the belly go and relaxing. Make sure you have controlled the breath. So in pigeon, it's also a good time that if you have a tight spot, I've got one right here in my thigh. So you're going to inhale and breathe into that spot. And then when you exhale, it just scatters that tightness or discomfort. On your next inhale, push yourself back up. Fall on your right hip. Swing that left leg around. So if you can see me. So the right leg is in a triangle bent underneath. The left leg is in an upward triangle over the right thigh. So we're going to inhale that right arm up. And we use that back hand as a kickstand, so you're leaning back on it. So inhale the arm up. Exhale, reach around and hug that knee in. So you're feeling the stretch right here on the IT band. We're looking back over that left shoulder. If you need more of a twist, then you can absolutely put it on the outside of the leg and push yourself into that twist. I just like the feeling of the hugging and that stretching in my IT band. So just breathe. Come back to center. So again, if you have a block or even if you have some weights, I'll try and put that in the description to either grab a block or weights or something light. Let's do a little more core before we go to the other side. And I love, love, love Russian twists. So we will do 8. This is 1, each side is 1. So we'll do 8 and then 8 bringing up to tabletop. And then 8 extending all the way out. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, extend out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Bring your feet into butterfly and then arch your back so you can just stretch your back out right here. Pushing the belly button towards the feet. We're in butterfly. Did I tell you that? I don't know if I said that. We're in butterfly. I don't want you to lean all the way forward. I just want you to keep your back straight, a little bit curved, and just push forward. Okay, so we're going to make it on our way through another flow. Our last opportunity to do a flow, which is the chaturanga
push up into your heart opener, and then back into downward dog. So you can make your way there, or you can go straight back to downward dog. Or if you want to do something fun and come with me, we're gonna cross the ankles, lean forward onto our hands, push back into chaturanga. Inhale to your heart opener, and exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do the left side. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, knee to tricep, get it up as high as you can. Inhale back, knee to nose. Inhale back, knee to right, elbow or tricep. Inhale back, knee to nose. Inhale back, knee to left elbow this time, and we're gonna go wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist, tricep, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop that foot down. We're coming back into pigeon. I absolutely love pigeon. It's such a good stretch. So the back leg is coming out of the hip bone. Make sure. We're gonna inhale, puffing the chest up. And then we're exhaling to whatever your depth is. So if you want to use a block, or you want to stay on your arms, forearms, and elbows, or all the way down. My left side is always way tighter than the right side, so I like to stretch it a little deeper so that it loosens up a bit and isn't so tight. Push yourself up. Fall onto that left hip. This time we're swinging that right leg around. Don't know if you can see all my cords coming. I finally have a little lapel speaker though. I'm excited about it because then it's not so echoey. So this time the right hand is a kickstand. We're inhaling that left arm up, and then exhale, hugging in that right knee and looking over the right shoulder. Oh my gosh, excuse me. See what happens when you twist your body? It just moves all the bubbles around and then they pop up. I have no shame. Okay. Okay. Grab your block or your weights, or you can just use your hands, whatever you want. We're gonna do the Russian twist again. So tilting back so that the back is at an angle. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come back into butterfly. So arching the back, pushing the navel towards the hills. Make sure your shoulders are away from the ears. Elongate that spine through the crown of the head. Take a deep inhale. And now we're just going to round into butterfly. So here's another area where it's fun to have a block if you'd like. You can set it on your feet or on the ground, whatever height you need it. Again, for me, it just helps me to really just release everything and let go, and I get deeper into this stretch when I have support for my head. Release the block if you had it. And bring your legs out in front. So we're going to come onto our backs, but I always love to use your core as you're getting there. So reach the fingers forward. And I want you to actively reach. I don't know about you, but for me, if I am actively like reaching forward, I go down a lot slower. So reach, stamping every vertebrae onto the mat while you're still reaching forward as much as you can. Oh. Hug your knees into your chest and just rock side to side. Massage the spine. I love this. It's one of my favorite things to do. So let that left leg drop down onto the mat. Hug that right knee into the chest. Now take your left hand onto the right knee and pull that right knee over to the left side. So you're twisting. And now reach your right arm out to the right, and I want you to look at the right hand. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. Check in with your breathing. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it go. Inhale everything back into center, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock side to side again. Massage your spine. Only because it feels so good. Release that right leg down on the earth. Hug that left knee in. Take your right hand, grabbing the left knee, pulling it over to the right side, and then reaching that left arm out to the left, looking at that left hand. Or you can close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it go. Inhale your knees back up to the chest. Massage your spine one more time. And let your legs fall down to the mat. You can take them as wide as the mat or wider. Your hands can rest at your side with the palms up or the palms down, or you can rest them on top of your hip points. When the palms are down on the earth, it's more of a grounding posture. When you have your hands up, you're in a receiving posture, receiving light and knowledge. Whatever He sees fit to fill you with right now. Slow the breathing down. If you think of your brain as a fist, try and envision letting that fist go, relaxing every muscle in your body. Release the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and just let it float. And let every muscle just melt down into the earth. Shavasana is also known as corpse pose, and it symbolizes the death of the activity you just did. So let everything go. Draw into your body, focusing on the breath. Let your breathing just go to the normal pace. And Shavasana. If you need to stay in Shavasana longer, feel free. Otherwise, start to make micro movements with your fingertips. And then your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. Just waking the body back up. We're going to inhale and reach your arms and legs long. Exhale into fetal position.
on your favorite side, using the bottom arm as a pillow, trying to keep the eyes closed. Take a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, push yourself up into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, slightly tuck your chin down toward your chest so that you feel your spine and neck are one long line. Rest your hands, palms up on top of your knees. Inhale your arms up overhead so they touch at the top. And exhale your hands down into heart center in prayer, connecting your thumbs with your heart chakra. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. Let it go. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Namaste. Blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me.